Welcome to another episode of Thailand Truth Talks. Before we start today's episode, a quick note. Monday next week is a national holiday, so there won't be an upload that day. The next Thailand Truth Talks episode will come out on Wednesday instead. Now, I've noticed a few insidious comments on the last couple of videos, and I've had to remove them. Not because they were critical, but because they weren't constructive or helpful to this community. One comment said, Thais pay taxes, so they deserve cheaper healthcare. Let's set the record straight. Anyone, Thai or foreigner, who stays in Thailand longer than 180 days a year is legally required to pay Thai taxes, even on retirement income earned abroad. I've already made videos explaining that rule, so make sure to watch them if you haven't. This channel is for people who love Thailand, who live here long term, and who want to understand how the system really works. It's also for Thais, because I know how many of you hate scams just as much as I do. And let's be honest, many scams here are run by foreigners who show up with one-way tickets, no plan, and treat Thailand like a permanent vacation until desperation turns them into con artists. Thailand Truth Talks exist to prevent that, to prepare foreigners so they don't become part of the problem, to expose the dark sides of life here, and to make Thailand better for everyone. And for context, 64.3% of Thais don't file taxes at all. So when new taxes or fees target foreigners, whether it's at the airport or in dual pricing at waterfalls, it's no surprise they provoke outrage among people who genuinely love this country but just happen to hold the wrong colored passport. And now for the episode. You know what's nobody's telling you? Thailand doesn't want you anymore. Not unless you're rich. I'm riding through Bangkok right now, headed to immigration, and I need to share something that's going to piss a lot of you off. But somebody's got to say it. That retirement dream you've been planning, the one where you stretch your pension in paradise, eat pad thai by the beach, maybe find a nice Thai lady to spend your golden years with. Yeah, that dream has an expiration date, and it's coming faster than you think. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what Thailand has planned for foreign retirees over the next 5 years. And trust me, if you're not sitting on at least $500,000 in liquid assets, you need to hear this, because the writing isn't just on the wall anymore. It's being carved into law. This is Thailand Truth Talks. I'm your host, and today we're uncovering the conspiracy that Thai officials won't admit in public but are executing in private. The systematic purge of middle-class expats from the kingdom. Let's ride. Look around Bangkok right now. You see those massive cranes, those luxury condos going up everywhere? Notice who's buying them. It's not British teachers on 40,000 baht a month. It's not Australian retirees living on their superannuation. It's wealthy Chinese investors, Saudi princes, and Silicon Valley tech bros with more money than sense. Thailand has made a decision, and that decision is simple. Quality over quantity. But when they say quality, they mean wealth. Period. Let me give you the receipts, because this isn't speculation. This is documented policy. Just last week, Thailand's new tourism minister announced, for the third time in 2 years, that the 300 baht entry fee is coming. They keep postponing it, reviving it, postponing it again. Why? Because they're testing the waters, seeing how much they can squeeze before the golden goose stops laying eggs. Here's what they're not telling you. This isn't about funding tourist insurance or infrastructure. That's PR spin. This is about creating psychological barriers, making Thailand feel less accessible, less welcoming, less cheap. Because that's what they're really fighting. The image of Thailand as a cheap destination for broke foreigners. Remember when everyone and their dog was getting ED visas? Thai language school, Muay Thai training, whatever got you in the door? Well, in August this year, immigration revoked nearly 10,000 student visas in one sweep. 10,000 gone overnight. The official reason? Failed to meet educational requirements. Translation? We know you were using this visa to live here cheap, and we're done with that. This wasn't random. This was coordinated, planned, executed with military precision. Meanwhile, what are they promoting? The long-term resident visa. Know the requirements? For wealthy pensioners, you need to prove at least 80,000 US dollars in annual passive income. That's over 2.8 million baht per year. And they just cut the application fee in half to 50,000 baht to make it more accessible. You see what they did there? They're making it easier for the rich while making it harder for everyone else. The LTR visa comes with red carpet treatment, fast-track immigration lanes, tax breaks, 10-year stays. Everything they used to give regular retirees, they're now reserving for millionaires only. Alright, let me talk a second about something else because this next part is critical. I want to give you my predictions based on current trends, official statements, and what I'm hearing from people inside immigration for what's coming in the next 5 years. Right now, health insurance is mandatory for OA visa holders, but it's not heavily enforced for O visa extensions inside Thailand. That's about to change. Within the next 12 to 18 months, I predict Thailand will require all retirement visa holders to show proof of Thai health insurance with minimum coverage of at least 3 million baht. Not international insurance, Thai insurance from Thai companies. Why? Follow the money. Thai insurance companies have been lobbying hard for this. And it's brilliant for the government because it creates another barrier. If you can't afford 80,000 to 150,000 baht per year for insurance as a senior, well, that's Thailand's way of saying, you're not our target demographic. They'll grandfather in current visa holders for maybe 1 year, then make renewal dependent on insurance. So that requirement visa you've had for 10 years, you'll need to comply or get out. The 800,000 baht re-seasoning requirement for retirement visas has been the same for over 15 years. That's roughly 23,000 US dollars. Inflation alone should have pushed this higher years ago. I'm calling it now. By late 2026 or early 2027, they'll announce an increase to 1.5 million baht, possibly with a two-tier system where you can either show 1.5 million in the bank or prove 100,000 baht monthly income. The official reason will be cost of living adjustments and ensuring retirees can support themselves. The real reason? Forcing out anyone living on tight budgets. This will be catastrophic for thousands of expats who scrape together that 800,000 and have been living modestly. Suddenly, they'll need almost double, and many simply won't have it. They're already digitizing everything. The arrival card, the ETA system launching in phases, the next target, the 90-day reporting requirement. On the surface, this sounds good. Digital reporting instead of queuing at immigration. Great. But here's the catch. There will be a processing fee, maybe 500 baht, maybe 1,000 baht, 4 times a year. But it's just convenience, they'll say. except the in-person option will mysteriously become temporarily unavailable at most offices, or they'll limit it to certain days and times, making it so inconvenient that you're forced to pay the digital fee. Multiply that by hundreds of thousands of foreigners, and you're looking at another million baht revenue stream from thin air. This is the big one, the one nobody is talking about yet, but it's coming. Several countries already have exit taxes or departure fees. The UK, Australia, the US in certain situations. Thailand will frame it as standard international practice and introduce a tiered departure tax based on how long you've stayed. Short-term tourists may be exempt, or a nominal 100 baht. But if you've been in Thailand for more than 180 days in a calendar year, that'll be 3,000 to 5,000 baht when you leave. The justification? Administrative processing and verification of tax compliance. They'll tie it to their new tax residency rules. If you've been in Thailand for over 180 days, they want to verify you paid appropriate taxes before you leave. For retirees doing visa runs or leaving for holidays, every exit becomes a tax event. This alone will make Thailand significantly less attractive for long-term stay. Here's one that should terrify you if you value financial privacy. Thailand is implementing new anti-money laundering regulations and signing up for global financial transparency frameworks. In practice, this means immigration will have real-time access to your Thai bank accounts. They already require bank letters for visa extensions. Soon, they won't need letters. They'll just pull your data directly, and they'll use it to verify not just your bank balance on a specific day, but your spending patterns, transfers, everything. Spending too little? Red flag. Maybe you're working illegally to supplement. Spending too much? Red flag. Where's that money coming from? This isn't paranoia. The technology exists. The legal frameworks are being put in place. And it's already happening in Singapore and Malaysia. Thailand will follow. This is the most speculative, but hear me out. As Thailand pushes development in secondary cities, Chiang Mai, Phuket, Khon Kaen, they may introduce regional visa restrictions. Your retirement visa might specify where you're allowed to live. Why? Control and revenue. They can charge different fees for different zones. Want to live in Bangkok or Phuket? Premium zone surcharge. Willing to retire in Isan? Discounted rates. This also helps them manage the foreign problem areas, places like Pattaya or certain parts of Phuket where locals feel overrun. They can cap the number of foreign residents per province. I know this sounds dystopian, but China does this with internal passports. It's not unprecedented, and Thailand has shown repeatedly that they're willing to copy the Chinese model when it suits them. The two-tier visa system becomes official. This is already happening unofficially, but I predict they'll codify it formally. Track 1. For wealthy foreigners, easy processes, minimal hassle, VIP treatment, Thailand Elite, LTR visas, possibly new golden visa programs tied to property investment or business creation. These folks get 10 to 20 year stays, fast track everything, tax benefits. Track 2. For everyone else, increasing requirements, more paperwork, higher fees, stricter enforcement, annual renewals that feel more like interrogations. The message? You're tolerated, not welcomed. The gap between these tracks will widen dramatically, and if you're on track 2, you'll be constantly reminded that you're not the kind of foreigner Thailand really wants. So let's talk about why this is happening, because it's not random bureaucratic incompetence. though there's plenty of that too. This is deliberate policy. Thailand is watching China very carefully. And what China has done is replace low-spending Western backpackers and budget tourists with high-spending Chinese tour groups. The numbers are bigger. The spending per capita is higher. And, critically, Chinese tourists are easier to control. They come in groups, follow guides, shop at approved stores, stay at approved hotels. They're not out there mingling with locals, learning the language, or, heaven forbid, criticizing the government online. Thailand wants this model. They want tourists to come, spend big, and leave. Not expats who integrate, marry locals, and start having opinions about how their country should be run. What we're witnessing is essentially the gentrification of Thailand at a national level. Just like how Brooklyn or East London price out long-time residents to make way for wealthy newcomers. Thailand is doing this with its foreign population. The crusty old expats nursing their Chang beers, the English teachers making 35,000 baht a month, the retirees pinching pennies on their 65,000 baht pensions. They're being systematically removed. Not with explicit bans. That would be bad PR. But through death by 1,000 cuts. A fee here, a requirement there, an enforcement crackdown over there. Eventually, you get the message. We don't want you anymore. Let's be clear about who wins in this scenario. Thai elite card company. They're literally selling visas for millions of baht. Every middle-class retiree who gets pushed out is a potential elite customer if they're desperate enough to stay. Insurance companies. Mandatory health insurance for hundreds of thousands of foreigners. That's billions of baht in premium revenue. High-end property developers. Less competition for units means they can charge more to their target market. Ultra-wealthy foreigners and Thais. Visa agents and lawyers. The more complex the system, the more people need help. These guys charge 15,000 to 30,000 baht for services you used to be able to do yourself. Corrupt immigration officers. More rules mean more opportunities for discretion and special processing fees. Follow the money, guys. This isn't about making Thailand safer or better. It's about extracting maximum revenue from foreigners while reshaping the expat demographic. You know what kills me? While the government is squeezing legitimate expats, they're creating a goldmine for scammers. Perfect example. The Thailand digital arrival card launched in May of 2025. It's free, completely free. You fill it out on the official government website. But within days, dozens of fake websites appeared charging 900 to 4,000 baht to file it for you. These sites are slick, professional design, Thai and English language, even fake government seals. People pay because they're confused and scared. Is this the real site? Should I pay to be safe? And the scammers make millions. Here's the sick part. Mainstream media outlets were promoting these fake sites. The Bangkok Post ran articles with links to scam sites. ASEAN Now, Tiger, forums where expat trust information were pushing these sites until users revolted. Why? Affiliate money. These scam sites pay referral fees, so even trusted media sources became complicit in the scam. Fast-track immigration scams. Then there are the VIP fast-track services. You see ads on Facebook. Skip immigration lines, VIP service, personal escort through passport control. Sounds good, right? Except immigration itself has publicly stated these services don't exist. There are no legitimate fast-track lanes you can buy your way into unless you're disabled or a genuine VIP with diplomatic status. But people pay 2,900 baht or 5,000 baht for these services. What do they get? Maybe a guy in a vest who walks them to the same line everyone uses. Maybe nothing at all. One company called Rich Cars Bangkok was offering airport limo service bundled with immigration assistance. The immigration part was completely fraudulent, but they charged premium prices, and desperate tourists paid. The safe entry visa racket. This is the darkest one. There are agencies, some advertising openly on Thai visa forums, offering guaranteed entry services. Here's how it works. You've been denied entry before, or you're worried about your visa history. They charge 8,000 baht per person and promise someone will meet you at the airport, escort you to immigration, and ensure you get stamped in. No questions asked. 5 minutes total. Think about what that implies. Either they have immigration officers on payroll, which is corruption, or they're just taking your money and doing nothing. Either way, you're screwed. Some of these services are real, which means there are corrupt officers selling access. Others are complete scams. But they exist because the system is so opaque and intimidating that people would rather pay thousands of baht than risk denial at the border. The advice column grifters. Finally, there is an entire ecosystem of Thailand visa experts on YouTube, blogs, and social media who are essentially running lead generation for visa agents and lawyers. They create fear. New crackdown. Are you at risk? Then offer solutions that conveniently involve their sponsors. They're not providing information. They're creating anxiety to drive sales. And I include myself in scrutiny here. You should question anyone giving you advice about Thai visas, including myself. Check their sources. Verify with official channels. Because the incentive is to exaggerate and fearmonger is enormous. Alright, I'm at immigration now. Before I go in, let me give you the practical advice you came for. You're in the best position, but you're not safe. Here's what you need to do. Build a bigger financial buffer. That 800,000 baht requirement, assume it's going to 1.5 million. Start planning now. If you can't get there, have a plan B country ready. Get Thai health insurance now. Don't wait for it to become mandatory. Lock in rates while you're younger and healthier. Once they require it, premiums will skyrocket. Document everything. Every visa extension, every 90-day report, every bank transaction. Thailand's bureaucracy runs on paperwork, and the burden of proof is always on you. Join expat networks, Facebook groups, forums, local expat clubs. These communities share information about enforcement changes before they become official. You need early warning systems. Consider the elite card if you can. I hate saying this because it feels like surrender. But if you have the money, the Thailand elite card removes so much stress. It's expensive, but calculate the cost of annual visa runs, agents, stress. It might be worth it. If you're planning to retire in Thailand, think very carefully. The Thailand you've been visiting on holiday is not the Thailand you'll experience as a long-term resident. Here's my advice. Double your budget estimates. Whatever you think you need to live comfortably, double it. Costs are rising. Visa requirements are increasing. And the safety margin is shrinking. Don't buy property yet. The rules around foreign property ownership could change. Rent first, establish residency, see how you actually like living here long term before you commit to 6 or 7 figures to a condo. Consider other countries. Seriously. Malaysia's MM2H program, even with recent changes, might be better for your situation. Vietnam is opening up. Even Cambodia or Philippines might suit you better depending on your priorities. Test run it first. Come for 6 months on a tourist visa before you commit. Experience rainy season. Deal with Thai bureaucracy. See if you can actually handle the heat, the noise, the chaos. Thailand on vacation is paradise. Thailand as daily life is different. For mid-career expats, if you're working in Thailand or planning to, the picture is even more complex. Digital nomads and remote workers are technically illegal unless you have proper work authorization. The government talks about welcoming digital nomads, but enforcement is arbitrary and harsh. My advice: don't build your life around Thailand unless you have rock solid legal status. Have an exit plan. Keep money offshore. Don't burn bridges in your home country. The nuclear option: leave. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. For many middle class retirees, Thailand is going to stop making sense in the next 3 to 5 years. The cost benefit calculation that made Thailand attractive, low cost of living, easy visas, warm weather, good healthcare, is breaking down. Costs are rising. Visas are harder. The government increasingly sees foreigners as problems to be managed rather than guests to be welcome. If you're living here primarily for economic reasons, run the numbers assuming insurance mandates, higher bank requirements, and new fees. For many of you, Thailand will become more expensive than Portugal, parts of Spain, Central America, or Southeast Asian alternatives. This isn't defeatism, it's math. Thailand wants wealthy retirees. If you're not wealthy by their standards, they're going to make your life progressively more difficult until you leave voluntarily. Let me get philosophical for a minute, because this is more than just visa rules. What we're witnessing in Thailand is happening globally. Countries everywhere are reconsidering their relationship with foreign residents. The era of easy international retirement is ending. After decades of increasing global mobility, the pendulum is swinging back. Countries are realizing that large foreign populations, even retirees, create political and social tensions. In Thailand, you hear it constantly. Foreigners are driving up property prices. Foreigners are taking over Phuket. Foreigners don't respect Thai culture. Whether these claims are fair or not doesn't matter. They're politically powerful. So governments respond with restrictions. It's happening in Malaysia, Portugal, Spain, even New Zealand. Popular retirement destinations are pulling up the drawbridge. Thailand's approach is just more transparent than most. They're not pretending. They're openly saying, we want rich foreigners. Everyone else, not so much. The automation of xenophobia. What makes this particularly concerning is how technology enables enforcement. Digital arrival cards, biometric data, real-time bank surveillance, AI-powered visa decision systems. These tools make it possible to monitor and control foreign populations in ways that weren't feasible 20 years ago. And once these systems are in place, they never go away. They only expand. Right now, they're using this infrastructure to crack down on illegal workers and visa overstayers. Fair enough. But tomorrow, they could use it to monitor political activities, social media posts, spending pattern, anything. If you're living in Thailand long term, you're in a database. Your movements are tracked. Your financial transactions are monitored. Your relationships are recorded. This is the price of staying. The gentrification of paradise. I keep coming back to this term, gentrification, because it captures what's happening. Thailand is being rebranded from the land of smiles to luxury destination. From backpacker paradise to playground for the wealthy. From affordable retirement haven to exclusive resort. The locals who made Thailand charming, they're being pushed to the margins too. Street food vendors get cleared out for upscale restaurants. Traditional neighborhoods get demolished for luxury condos. Small businesses close because they can't afford rising rents. Foreign retirees and Thai working class people are being squeezed by the same forces. This should be a point of solidarity, but instead, there's resentment. Foreigners are ruining Thailand. Except it's not foreigners, it's capital, both foreign and domestic, reshaping the country for profit. But nuanced economic analysis doesn't fit on a protest sign. So foreigners become the scapegoat. Where this ends. Here's my prediction for the long term. By 2030, Thailand will have successfully transformed its expat population. The scruffy English teachers, the pension stretching retirees, the perpetual tourists, they'll be mostly gone. In their place, wealthy Chinese and Arab investors, high net worth individuals from developed countries, digital nomads with six-figure incomes, corporate executives on expat packages. Bangkok will look more like Singapore. Phuket will be like the French Riviera. Chiang Mai will be Austin, Texas with temples. For the rich, Thailand will be paradise. Better than ever. Seamless digital services, VIP treatment, political stability, and a compliant local population. For everyone else, Thailand will become just another expensive tourist destination. You'll visit for a week, spend too much money, and go home. The dream of living here long term will be just that, a dream. So what do? Sit back and watch it happen? Hell no. Document everything. First, we need to create a comprehensive record of these changes. Every new fee, every visa denial, every arbitrary rule enforcement, it needs to be documented publicly. I'm calling on every expat in Thailand. When you encounter new restrictions or scams, post about it. Share the official documentation. Take photos. Record conversations legally. Create an undeniable paper trail. Because Thai authorities rely on confusion and a lack of organization among expats. When information is scattered across 100 different forums, they can implement changes quietly. But when we coordinate, when we have comprehensive databases of policy changes, that's power. Second, expats need real political representation, not just social clubs, but actual lobbying organizations with lawyers and connections to embassies. The European Association for Business and Commerce pushed back on TM30 enforcement. It didn't work completely, but they made noise. We need more of that. American Chamber of Commerce, British Chamber of Commerce, Australian Thai Chamber. These organizations should be advocating for their retiree populations, not just businesses. Put pressure on your embassies. This is what consular services are for. Vote with your wallet. Third, economic pressure. If Thailand wants to chase wealthy tourists, they need to understand there's a cost to alienating their existing expat base. Retirees spend money, not billions like Chinese tour groups, but consistently, year after year. We support local businesses, employ Thai people, contribute to communities. When we leave, that disappears. Some of you are going to say, Thailand doesn't care about our small spending. Maybe. But local business owners care. Provincial governors care. Tourism operators in secondary cities care. When expats start leaving Chiang Mai and Mas, property values drop. Restaurants close. Language schools shut down. Eventually, someone in power notices. Finally, we need to seriously explore alternatives. If Thailand doesn't want middle-class retirees, where do we go? There should be organized efforts to research and promote alternative retirement destinations. Create comprehensive guides, share experiences, build new communities. Malaysia, Vietnam, Albania, Ecuador. Where are the next great retirement destinations that still welcome foreign retirees and aren't yet gentrified? This isn't about abandoning Thailand. It's about having options. And sometimes the threat of exit is the best negotiating position. Look, I know this episode was heavy. Maybe you're thinking I'm too cynical, too paranoid, too negative. Maybe you're right. I hope I'm wrong about some of these predictions. I genuinely do. But I've been in Thailand long enough to see the pattern. I've watched visa rules tighten, costs increase, enforcement become more arbitrary. I've seen friends denied entry for reasons that made no sense. I've watched scammers multiply like bacteria while officials look the other way. The evidence is overwhelming. Thailand is reshaping its foreign resident population. They want fewer people, but wealthier, more controlled, more compliant, more profitable. If you're a middle class retiree, you need to understand this reality. Not 5 years from now when you're scrambling to meet new requirements. Now, while you still have time to prepare. Build your financial buffer. Lock in insurance. Document everything. Join communities. Have a plan B. And most importantly, stay informed. Subscribe to this channel because I'm going to keep tracking these changes. Every policy shift, every new scam, every enforcement change. I'll break it down for you. We're not powerless. We're not alone. But we need to stop living in denial about what's happening. Thailand is still beautiful, still fascinating, still worth experiencing. But the era of easy, affordable, long-term living here for ordinary people, that era is ending. The question is, what are you going to do about it? I'm going into immigration now. Let's see what the new hell awaits me inside. This is Thailand Truth Talks. Stay sharp, stay informed, and keep riding the fast lane of truth. And I'll see you in the next episode.